Hey everyone, it's David Dunbar, or the theme park evangelist, and I am here to talk about Lefou being gay and Disney's Beauty and the Beast. But before I start, I want to talk about the Strawberry Festival and kind of my memory on it. So I went back on Sunday, March the 5th, right? And it was insanely crowded. It was packed. Another way to look at it. And I got there really late in the day, so of course the crowds were higher than I anticipated, and I expected by, 6 o'clock at night for it not to be so busy. And to my surprise, it was not what I expected. In fact, it was the complete opposite of what I thought it was. And at least we still got in free because, we donated blood and all that good stuff. And we got some really good strawberry shortcake. That was fun. So, all in all, I say my best experience that I've had there in like a long time. My favorite memory that I made was just showing my friends around and donating blood for the first time at Strawberry Festival and being able to recreate the experience of building your own strawberry shortcake was fun. Eating it didn't mean as much to me this time. It was just the whole building it and filming it while I was doing it, and the fact that the guy replenished the strawberries for me just as I was getting it. I'm still laughing about it, and it's been about 3 or 4 days now. And then, of course, Monday did the Universal thing. So, before I also get into the Beauty and the Beast thing, I've been thinking about ways I could improve my YouTube videos. I have been working with the camera to see if I can improve the HD quality, and I toned down the HD quality because I noticed that 1080p is too high for my camera, because for whatever reason it slows it down. So maybe if I turn it down to 320, that might make a big difference. I still don't know what to do about the microphone though. I don't know if I could buy an external microphone or not. I'm also thinking about buying a tripod. That might make a difference. Right now my camera is propped up against a little coin container, and it's also resting against my bookshelf right now where I keep all my Bible stuff. So that's why it's on such firm ground right now, and this is actually working better because I've noticed in my videos that I'll be saying I've been wearing this shirt, I have beads around my neck and you can't even see it. And I've also noticed I've been struggling holding the camera because you're too busy looking at either my eyes or my mouth, and you're not getting my full face, which is not good. So I'm going to work on that as much as I can. And I also noticed that I can buy a GoPro camera that is completely waterproof, and the next time I go to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon, probably going to be Typhoon Lagoon next, I will bring that with me, and that'll be fun. And I, of course, will bring this camera too, because I want to be able to use both at the same time. And if I ever do any water rides, I want to be able to use the GoPro, because that way you can see what the water rides are like and see how much fun I have with them. But that being said, I'm going to be moving on to the Beauty and the Beast thing. So, Beauty and the Beast came out back in 1991. Disney made an animated version of this young 18-year-old girl around there wanting adventure. She wants more than her boring life. She calls it provincial, which means boring. I looked it up myself on Google, so if you want to look it up yourself just to prove me wrong, go for it. And she gets exactly what she wants right after she tells Gaston she's not interested in him. Gaston is really interested in falling in love with Belle, and Lefou is like madly attracted to Gaston. It's more obvious in this newer one, I found out. In fact, there's how should I put this? Rumors that Gaston and Lefou make out, which I find odd because Gaston doesn't have any attraction to other men. He only loves himself and Belle because Belle is attractive. And she's more attractive in the newer one because she's being portrayed by Emma Watson, versus the original one, she's being portrayed by Paige O'Hara. In the original one, Paige O'Hara or Belle is an interesting Gaston because of his rude behavior, and she ends up in the Beast castle and falls in love with the Beast, and she falls in love with him a lot faster because she's one of those females that doesn't get upset that easily, and she's very sensitive. She doesn't like people getting on her nerves, and her reaction tendency is usually crying over something. And I like the way Disney handled the newer one by having Emma Watson stand up for herself, being a strong, independent woman, which is great. And I like to see that in her. It's kind of like Elsa. She's also a strong, independent woman too, but that's another story. And I personally think that Emma Watson was definitely the perfect choice for Belle. I just don't think that Emma Watson should have been singing. Now, as far as Lefou being gay, Josh Gad was chosen to be Lefou, and the reason why I haven't brought up Elsa in the first place is because Josh Gad was in Frozen, and you may ask, okay, who was he? Well, if you guys can remember, Josh Gad played as Olaf in Frozen. Yes, he was the little snowman that liked to give out warm hugs, and he seemed, pretty lovable. And I mean, how could you not hate Olaf? And in this newer one, he's now Lefou, and Lefou is that kind of guy that is very attracted to Gaston. He makes it more obvious. Now, Disney has decided to go ahead and make a movie that supports the LGBT community. I am not for the LGBT community. I love homosexuals. Now, this is where it's going to get confusing. I love gay people. I honestly do. It says in the Bible that you can love gay people but hate their sin. And you might ask, well, that doesn't make any sense. Isn't gay marriage a birth defect? Isn't it something you're born with? And the Bible says very specifically that it's a choice that you make. And a lot of people feel very strongly that it's a birth defect. It's something that you're born with. Like, I was born this way by Lady Gaga. And that's why a lot of people support gay marriage, because they think that it's completely natural to support gay marriage, and it's not. Because it says in the Bible that it's not. In fact, God created Adam and Eve. That's why you can only have babies with a woman and not with a man. Unless, of course, that man was just born really strangely. But think about it. Most women can only have babies, and men cannot unless you go and have a surgery done. And that just proves that women were created to have babies. And with that being said, it's just not right for a guy to fall in love with a guy and a woman to fall in love with a woman. I know most of the world's population thinks that it looks hot. I don't think it looks hot. And I'm still going to go see this movie regardless, don't get me wrong. But keep in mind that this is Disney we're talking about. Disney has always been a family-related company, and they are really stepping out of their boundary line and saying, we want kids to know that gay marriage is completely acceptable, and we're going to teach this so they can teach their future generation, and so on and so forth. And who knows what Disney will do next. And for those of you who grew up knowing Walt Disney, you can bet that he wouldn't have supported this. This is not the way that Walt Disney brought up Walt Disney World. This is not what he had intended. There's a lot of people that argue against that. A lot of people that will say, well, Walt Disney never finished high school and he might have been gay for all we know. Well, actually, he was married to a woman and had kids. He had daughters, if you did your research. And it doesn't say anywhere about him being gay, but if you can give me some proof, then we'll talk. In the meantime, it is very, very interesting that Disney has decided to do this movie featuring a gay character. I know it's not very long that they're going to show Lefou being gay, but with that being said, I'm still gonna watch it. I don't support Disney's idea. Why am I watching it? Because this is a classic. This is a movie I absolutely love, and I'm not about to let something I don't support stop me from watching this movie. And there are companies I don't support anymore, like Starbucks or Target, because of their policies that they support. And it's kind of hard to boycott Disney because look how much they own. Anyway, that is about all the time I have for now. It's going to be weird when I have to get up and stop the camera, so don't mind me walking off camera just to stop this camera. And in the meantime, I will see you guys on Sunday. I will not be staying all the entire time now to watch the concert because I'm opening the next day. So instead, I will just go to ride the Jimmy Fallon ride again. I'm going to be bringing my cell phone with me because I can get some really good HD quality videos with it with excellent sound quality. So I'm going to retape the entire, or at least 5 minutes of the Ragtime Gals, which I call them the Barbershop Quartet. That way you guys have a better chance to watch it again. As I noticed, I've been getting a lot of dislikes on my video, and I'm really sorry that I disappointed everybody. So I'm going to try doing this again and removing my original copy off of YouTube. Anyway, I guess I will see you guys later. Now it's time to pay the price.